Welcome back to Mario News. From March 31st through April 5th, 2026. I'm recording this on April 6th, the Monday. I'm thinking of this being kind of a Monday through Sunday being the end of the week kind of interval. Starting out with the shoutouts. So going through at least the full game runs to start. We've got Katie Hops with a 49.34 in 70 star. Also not listed on the shoutouts channel, but 52 Koni, the Japanese runner, also with the first 49 in 70 star, I believe a 49.48, I guess yet to be verified. Printer Won't Work on a 15.52 in 16 star. Nathan Carter on a 47.49 in 70 star. Dragon Ball Nardo on 7.35 in 1 star. Theory Locked on 49.57 in 70 star. Smao on a 15.35 in 16 star. Ted Feds on 49.25 in 70 star. And finally, Nathan Carter on a 147.28, 145.15, and yet to be announced, but I've heard 144.56 in 120 star. Lots of 70 runs on the shoutouts this week. A lot of people's first 49s. And Nathan Carter, multi-Mario runner, only been playing a year and a half or so, I've heard, has been absolutely demolishing his times and getting tons of shoutouts. He is on VC, but still, these are crazy impressive times and impressive improvement. Those are the full game shoutouts. And then for stage RTA, we have, of course, Dark Dog beating the TTC stage RTA world record back from Zaya, who took it last week. Dark Dog got a 318.92, about a 0.2 second improvement. But this one looks actually quite improvable, which is crazy. So shout outs and congrats to Dark Dog. Also setting a single star. I mentioned this last week, but it was verified. A TTC 100 improvement of 47.16, taking that record down by about half a second. So those are the shout outs. And Daily Star. Last week, I'll mention the stars. We had 100 coin being BBH. We also had Aquarium, LL Volcano, Dark World No Reds, DDD Sub, TTM Breeze, and SL Big Head. And this week's 100 coin will be Rainbow Ride, which is cool. Humble brag, I do have the XCAM record for Rainbow Ride 100 plus Cannon, somewhere over the rainbow. And today's star is also LLL Reds. So get your daily stars in there. It's a lot of fun. I guess I could go over who won each day. We'll see. I don't know if that's interesting enough for everybody. But moving on to Pacers. Karen had a quote-unquote copium to bits. Cheese had a copium 135 to Tippy. Lots of runs from Armada, and some runs from Slip, Batora, Jaquarium, Jacobo, and all the people I mentioned last week. So plenty of people still doing runs. Go drop a follow, watch, say hi. And I'll get on to the next section, which I didn't have anything last week for, but events. We had a 70 star Stampede announced by Howl and Jumbo being run this summer. I'll link the Discord in the description. The qualification period is May 1st through July 1st. And after that, there will be rounds of tournament play. So exciting to have a 70 star event this summer. TAS news, the Arcom's 0xA Fortress was completed after an 11-day live stream. And it took about 15 minutes to display the save menu due to coin counting. It basically duplicated one of the small boxes a bunch of times to get coins to spawn a second 100 coin star. I don't know exactly how that works, but it was a very long process and kind of funny. But I do think that you need to have the save menu to actually verify that the star was completed. So congrats on that theory task being executed and proven true. Also, we have a new Circamark video for SL100 money bag duplication. I'll link that, but it seems like that's becoming increasingly RTA viable. And there are several setups. This one is now on top of the one-up box, kind of around the second money bag area by the bully. And we'll see if people can start doing this in runs or stage RTA and stuff like that. And in non-SM64 news, 602 signups are now open. So the annual or semi-annual SM64 Sunshine Galaxy 2 race. And there's also been a new multi-Mario relay proposed with all 3D Mario games main categories, which would likely be the longest speedrun relay ever if completed at an estimated 130 hours. So this would be every main category of Mario 64, Sunshine Galaxy, Galaxy 2, 3D World, and Odyssey done by a different person. So we'll see if that ever happens. That would be a monstrosity to organize, but that is being proposed. There is a new Paper Mario The 1000-Year Door glitch called Arbitrary Memory Write, where you set up a position and spin jump on an X knot on a specific frame, and it writes Mario's hitbox after unspinning from paper mode to have a multiplier of 0, so you can walk through a lot of walls. The 100% speedrun was improved by almost 20 minutes, thanks to this discovery. We've also had a 5-minute improvement for Super Paper Mario 100%, and a SMO All Moons, which is like the soft 100% for that game, improved several minutes by BP31. I'd also like to shout out wookis for a lot of that information, but also Chach and Ron for helping gather some of the points for this week. I really appreciate it. I also really want to thank everyone for the positive reception that the first video got. I definitely want to keep doing these every week. I know this is a video idea that other people have had, but it does take a lot of effort to execute it every week, so hopefully I'm in a position that I can do that. But feel free to message me with requests and feedback or suggestions, maybe even guest collabs for some segments I can throw to somebody else if they want to record it. But I don't know. This is Mario News, week 2. Hopefully this is still good, and we'll keep going for the future. So until next week, have a good one.